Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil! You've come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with?
There is definitely something that you can do.
What is it?
Can we work here?
Excuse me. What?
Is it possible for us to work here?
What? Why?
We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth. And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and nonverbal communication here.
Yes, but I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you arrived.
That is true. But it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we have learned, we learned them here. This made us think, instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly.
Sounds like a good strategy.
That is why we asked you to allow us to work here.
Because you want to interact with our customers.
That is correct.
I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally if you are applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you finally get the job. If you get it at all.
Oh,
Let me think this over, if you don't mind. And I'll let you know tomorrow.
no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today.
May I know why?
Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you!
But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer.
Understood.
There are other things you need to keep in mind.
What is that?
Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything.
How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not?
That won't be easy. But you'll be able to judge based on their body language.
Nonverbal signs?
Yes,
That will be very hard for us.
indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, or when you should stop.
Thank you. We will need that so much.
Well, that's basically all you need to do here.
Do we need a special outfit to do the job?
Not really. I'll lend you an apron, though, to help keep your suit clean. And to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation. But it will make you look more legit for the job.
That is a very Earthling thing to do.
It is. Alright then. Are you ready for this?
We are.
Okay. Let's start the night.
Welcome.
Holy wow! What the hell is happening?
Good evening, Miss Freya.
Hey, Andrew. What's going on here?
Well, Neil is working here tonight.
And I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion.
It's not that. Neil is just helping out.
You've never looked like someone who needs help.
There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around.
What?
We have learned some things since we arrived, and we have came to a conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn.
And you just agreed to this?
On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate.
Fair trade. What's in it for you, then?
What?
You're helping them here. What do you get in return?
Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask.
Don't mention it.
Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here.
Freya?
If I still need to write for the paper again.
What happened?
The chief found out.
Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday?
Yes.
How did she find out?
You remember my fateful meeting with the higher-up?
In the elevator?
Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift. And the higher-up mentioned our encounter to her.
Huh.
The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course.
I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now?
Write the goddamn novel, I guess.
And after that?
Hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know.
We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya. But we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house.
Huh? You allowed to do that?
We will pay for the drink.
No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil.
That was the best thing to do according to our senses.
It was.
So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya?
Your favorite.
Our favorite?
Anything. I trust you with the decision.
Here is your drink. Especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop.
Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. But today, I might have an idea why.
How far along are you with the novel?
I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood.
That sounds doable. Even without the caffeine infusion.
Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races. And we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable.
I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation.
It was just...
Neil? Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee.
Oh. We are glad to hear that then.
That was a figure of speech, Neil.
Ah, we have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language.
It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing.
Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask,
Ask away.
how fast do you write?
Not fast enough, apparently.
But do you have numbers?
Numbers?
How many words do you produce per day?
I don't think I have the exact number. But full-time. I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day.
That's a lot.
That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote.
According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000.
That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much.
That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write?
Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words.
That's pretty big for a pitch draft.
Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around.
If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you'll be able to achieve your target easily.
I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count. If we only judged writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories.
That is pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter. Even for Earthlings.
Yep.
Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand. From languages to arts.
Right again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know? Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there.
So it is still a valid parameter?
Definitely.
Cool.
That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth.
Oh, another guest. Good evening, Miss Myrtle.
I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks?
I'm still the one responsible for that.
Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please.
Your order is ready.
Not bad. Thanks.
You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle?
Psst, Neil. Some people come to a coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed.
Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visit here.
Actually, I'm not here to just sit without being disturbed.
Ah, pardon us. I was just training Neil in how to talk with the customers here.
I can see that. You're still trying to get laid?
Oh. No, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other?
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion if you want to blend in with us. Stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening the way we listen. Which, essentially, is not really listening at all.
That would be very difficult to achieve. But we will try. Step by step.
One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kind.
That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you are not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Aqua?
Uh-huh.
What's the occasion?
No special occasion. It's just...
I'm sorry! I'm late! I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was gonna break here! Where is Andrew?
Miss Aqua, please relax. I'm here.
Oh, you're safe.
Yes, everything is fine.
Okay. Oh, please, let me take a breath.
Here, please drink this water. Feeling better now?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It is all right, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here.
What are you doing here, anyway?
We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for a break anyway. So, here is the deal.
That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Andrew.
It's nothing, really.
But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything?
Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer.
As if this place cares about business.
Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start. But we cannot limit ourselves to just this place.
Where do you want to go after this?
Coachella.
What? What are you going to do at Coachella?
According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. That is why we decided that the event will be our next target.
Well, you're not wrong. But didn't she say the baby has to be born out of love?
Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study in Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many female Earthlings.
I shouldn't say this. But hell, that sounds like the best plan you've had since you got here.
We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So our discussion with Miss Myrtle was stopped abruptly.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. What are you two doing together?
It's nothing. We're just friends, you know?
We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember?
Yes, that's it. I don't have that much experience in game development, you see.
I thought your research was in computer graphics.
Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander. So I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first. So I couldn't buy her a drink.
Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway.
But
Wait. If you want to thank her directly, does it mean you're done with the game?
Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your.
Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How did you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere.
We just know.
Back to you, Aqua. So, you were done with your game?
there's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix. But players can enjoy the experience from start to finish.
What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game?
That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice was about the pacing, control, and UI UX.
It must be fun to have finished working on your creation.
It surely removes some of the weight on my chest. Just to replace it with another weight.
You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job. And if I can't finish this draft on time, I'm done. And even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done. Doubly done.
I'm sorry to hear that, Freya. But please, be more confident.
I'm even starting to doubt myself.
I read some of your short stories, you know, after our first meeting. I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app. And then I read some of the stuff you wrote. They're really good, you know? Some are better than others. But it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done.
You're too kind, Aqua.
What you're going through is more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through. So I'm sure you'll both be fine.
You don't have to talk about it in front of other people.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry! I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know?
Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people.
I really am sorry.
I know. I said thanks already, right?
But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm. I know that.
Aqua, I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although, it's a bit different for me.
What's your problem?
Burnout. I've been working on something for 2 years straight. But no one outside the office knows about it. And those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all.
I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years.
Yes. I don't really work on them. Not directly.
So, what do you work on?
A secret project. I'll tell you under friend DA, okay?
Alright, I'm not with the paper anymore, anyway.
I'm part of a special team. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP. Or, worst case, another FMC game in a different genre.
Isn't that a dream job for some people?
That's what I thought, at first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For years.
That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all.
My team has been making pitches. Dozens of them. Hundreds. Thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping. And so far, none of the prototypes have been approved.
Ouch.
There's only 7 of us on the team. The 7 Samurai. That's what.
So, you haven't released anything for the last 2 years?
Sometimes our team works to support others. When they're going through a crunch cycle. They need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in.
No wonder you folks were considered the 7 Samurai.
I guess. Yeah.
By the way, Myrtle, I just realized.
What?
Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right?
More or less, yeah.
When was the last time you had a vacation?
Before I joined this company, I guess.
That's like 4 years ago!
Uh-huh.
Dude, no wonder you're so burned out.
Yes, that's why! You need a vacation.
But I can't just take one.
You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow.
But tomorrow is...
I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off.
But where should I go?
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
You will?
I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation.
What about Max West?
That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now.
Hey. Okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway, right?
All right. Oh, I'm so excited.
Wow, Aqua? You look like a different person.
Really? I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now. And prepare for our getaway.
I'll come with you.
To my apartment?
No. We'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time.
Oh. Okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay?
Have fun.
Take care out there.
May you find joy during your vacation.
Okay.
Vacation, huh?
You definitely need one, Freya.
I know. But not now. I've got to finish this draft first.
As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya.
Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you going to close anytime soon?
Depends. Why?
I'm in the mood for some writing.
Then please, take your time.
You sure?
Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still on the house.
I definitely won't say no.
Welcome. Good evening, Mr. Baileys.
Evening. Am I the first customer tonight?
You are.
That's new. Freya's not here?
She said she's coming later tonight. Got something to do with meeting some fellow writer friends.
Why not do it here? It's her favorite place, right?
Her friends have visited this place from time to time. Just not as much as her.
Writers gathering, huh? I wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out.
I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know. If she said they're friends, it means they're just hanging out normally. But if she said they were writer friends, they're probably talking about work. Either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts, or sharing and validating ideas.
Interesting. They even use code words for meeting up.
Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it.
That's even more interesting. Are you always so observant?
It's part of the job.
Why's that?
People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others. But their body language can be loud and clear. It can tell you a lot of things. Whether they need a friendly ear, or just want to be alone. It applies to what they're ordering as well. Because, you know, sometimes what people want is not what they need.
That's deeper than I would have thought. So, what are you reading from me now?
I won't say.
Why?
That would break the charm.
The hell was that?
I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language.
Including our interaction now?
Including our interaction now.
Man. Now I see why you didn't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything.
What are you having tonight?
Hot chocolate. With ginger and cinnamon. I heard that it's a good drink for a bitter heart.
Here you go.
You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending extra time decorating this drink.
Only for special people and special drinks.
Say, Andrew, tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Anything. How old are you?
Old enough to open a coffee shop.
Ah, man. I guess I should say sorry for asking that.
It's alright. But that's the only answer I can give.
Now you're making me wonder what I should ask next.
Hello, everyone. Why are you both looking at me like that?
Freya, you look horrible.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to echo our dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened?
You'd be better asking what didn't happen. Because the answer would be proper sleep. And decent progress on my draft.
You need to rest.
And miss my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company. Because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell of a lot of espresso.
Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep.
Espresso! Please.
Here you go.
What the hell, dude? This isn't even coffee.
Drink.
But this isn't what I...
Drink.
Okay.
It's on the house.
It better be.
How was the meeting?
It was pretty good. I got a lot of good advice. That also means things. And not a small number of them, mind you, need to be rewritten.
Oh.
Oh,
It's not that bad. Rewriting is part of the process. It's just that... I'm going to my usual corner. Although, thanks to your drink, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stay awake or not.
she looks horrible.
She does. But don't worry about her. She'll finish it.
This isn't the first time she's acted like this.
Still hear you.
No. But this time, the stakes are pretty high.
Huh.
Could you guys not talk about how shitty I am looking right now? Because I can still hear you.
So, what brings you here today?
I'm not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight. And this place just came to mind. Out of the blue.
I'll have to thank your subconscious then.
I guess you should. Not sure whether I should thank it or not, though. Hi, Lua.
Hi, Baileys. How?
You first.
No, you first.
I was just going to ask, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Thanks. How about you?
I'm good, yeah.
I think I need to order something first.
Oh, of course, of course. Go ahead.
Hi, Andrew.
What are you having this evening, Miss Lua?
Gingerbread coffee, please.
Here it is.
Thank you. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. It reminds me of when I was growing up, with my family.
How's work?
It's going pretty okay. You?
I'm not taking any new jobs at the moment. Because, well, you know.
Yeah. I get it. You have enough in your savings, right?
That's a very Lua thing to ask. But yeah, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job.
It went well in the end.
It kinda did. They paid me on time, at least. And the pay was amazing.
How long are you planning to take a break for?
I don't know. Until my problems are settled, I guess.
And what problems are those?
I'll tell you this. But don't tell anyone, okay?
Not even Andrew, who's standing in front of us?
Not even Andrew.
Okay.
So, there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years. But I'm not really sure where we stand now.
How can you not be sure?
We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new. But somehow, things
Why is that?
I assume both of us were just tired. Knowing that we're fighting against centuries of tradition. We haven't really talked since our last fight.
Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea.
But I can't bring myself to start the conversation.
Why?
Even I'm not sure about that. Pride, maybe? Or tiredness? Or knowing that, chances are, we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway.
Bailey's. I have a question.
Go ahead.
What do you think she's feeling right now?
To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully.
Why?
At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without so many problems. I'm not as professional as her, you see.
I think you're wrong.
Really?
If I were her, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. But I'd put on a lot of masks, just to hide from the feelings I was going through.
That sounds difficult and uncomfortable.
It is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Must be a pretty cool guy.
He is. What's next for us, Bailey's?
I don't know, Lua.
I met some new people this week.
Including that supermodel?
You knew?
That girl in the corner told me.
Yeah, including that supermodel.
And how does that make you feel?
Like a fool.
What?
He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot of truths. He's a bit like you know. Attitude-wise. You'd get along with him.
Doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarities breed contempt. Ever heard of that before?
A lot. From a certain hipster elf.
And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, you know, us?
I'm not sure, Bailey's. What about you, yourself? Had any similar experiences this week?
I have, in fact. You met a vampire, and I met a werewolf.
What are the odds?
What are the odds, indeed?
What did your werewolf say?
Not much, to be honest. But he made a good point about the importance of family.
Bailey's.
I know I've been stubborn about you wanting me to make peace with my family. And I know why that's very important for you. But Freya said something that kinda hit me hard.
What was it?
I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family, when I actually want to do that anyway. For myself.
You know me, Baileys.
I do.
And you know how I feel uncomfortable with people leaving their families. Which makes me an asshole, I guess.
I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water.
What should we do?
Lua,
Yes, Baileys?
please let me leave my family. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easier thing to do, after all.
But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast among other elves.
An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people? Sounds great.
You'll live a long time, but you won't have the perfect health and perfect life. That's the elven privilege.
But it's not a perfect life without you.
What if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me.
Lua, I will never blame you for anything. If we're talking about who I used to be, that guy would never have blamed himself. 100 reasons for why something failed, but never anything to do with him. But that won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person. So, you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right now, you're the most important part of my life. I don't need an immortal life. Because without you, it won't be a life worth living.
Baileys, I believe in you.
Lua,
Baileys,
I feel like we're living in a soap opera.
it seems so.
So, what's our plan?
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Are we going on a date?
I'm going to my parents' place.
Oh,
And I want you to come with me.
what? That's so sudden.
Did you already have plans for tomorrow?
Well, no. It's just... I'm not prepared to meet them.
You'll be fine.
You don't want to tell them about this first?
It'll be alright.
Well... They never forbade you from dating other races?
They're not big fans of elves, that much is true. But you can prove them wrong.
Okay. This could be a good first step.
It is.
It's set then.
I don't know what'll happen tomorrow, but we can think about it. And anything else. Later.
I'm with you on that. So... Does this mean you don't mind me?
I had my doubts. But now I'm sure. I can trust you.
Lua... Thank you.
Are you still staying at Farron's house?
Yeah?
You're staying with me tonight.
Huh? What about your roommate?
She's away for the weekend. Taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night.
Fate is on our side, it seems. Hey, Andrew.
Yes?
We're leaving.
Thank you so much for keeping up with us this past week.
The pleasure was mine.
We're off then.
See you.
Thank you for coming.
That was pretty intense.
Oh, you're back in the real world.
I just pretend not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons why I'm writing this story. So I have to see their struggle through to the end. It's important for the writing, you know?
That's cold.
What? It's not like that. It's just that... Yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry.
You look better than before, though. For now.
I can't tell you how I feel until it's done. And I don't... Whoa!
Freya, get over here!
This wolf! Is that him?
I think so. Welcome, sir.
Are you crazy? You can't treat a werewolf in a fury like a normal customer?
Trust me. He must have his reasons for coming here. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? Here's your...
What the hell? Is that really him?
After seeing the reaction to the drink. 100%.
Well, whoever he is. This place survived?
Thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyway.
Good idea.
Can you get back alright by yourself?
I'll manage.
Take care on your way back.
You be careful, too. See you tomorrow.
See you. Welcome.
Hey, Andrew.
Good evening, Freya. You look very cheerful today.
And it's all thanks to you.
What did I do?
I finally got a good night's sleep last night. Like, I slept like a log. A proper 12 hours of closing my eyes and not thinking about anything.
Good for you. You really needed that.
I know. But I had the deadline coming. And I've been pushing myself to finish this draft. A bit too much, I guess.
So how's it going now?
You won't believe this.
I probably will.
But when I woke up this afternoon, The words just flowed through me like water. And not forced crap like I've been writing recently.
And that's why taking a break is important.
Yeah. You don't need to start lecturing me now.
So, what's your plan now?
Now, as in right at this moment? I'm planning to go to the bathroom and wash my face. And after that, I'll continue writing.
Sounds like a solid plan. You know where the restroom is.
Okay, I need something to drink now.
Freya, you're unemployed. Don't waste your money on coffee shop drinks.
That is so weird. Coming from the coffee shop owner.
I know. You've been a regular for years. If you only need the vibes of the place, just write here.
No, I can't do that. You don't have any customers tonight. What would I do if this place went bankrupt?
It won't happen.
How can you be so sure?
Just take this tap water and go do your work, okay?
But
See? There's a customer coming right now. So don't worry about me.
oh. Hi, Gala? What's wrong? I know you're a man of few words, but this is maybe pushing it a bit.
Freya, Andrew, I'm truly very sorry for what happened yesterday.
Gala. Hey, it's all right. No one got hurt, right? And the coffee shop's fine. Don't think about it too much, Gala.
Like Freya said. No casualties and no problems with the coffee shop.
I still need to redeem myself for the mess I made and the scare I gave you. I'm sure there's something I can do.
Why don't you buy something for the lady here? I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
Hey, what do you mean?
Do you want anything to drink, Freya?
No. It's all right, Gala.
I insist.
You don't have to.
Please accept it. At least it'll help me stop feeling so guilty. At least a little.
All right. I wouldn't mind a coffee. Not an espresso, mind you. Something you know how to make sugar and spice?
The one with cinnamon.
Yes. A cup of sugar and spice, please.
Sugar and spices for the lady with the vices.
Hey! Oh well, I won't complain. Thank you, Gala.
Don't mention it. Andrew, are you sure there's nothing I can do for you?
You don't have to do anything, Gala. It's fine. But to be honest, I'm curious. What happened yesterday?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. You usually stay indoors during the full moon, don't you?
I usually do. But there was an emergency at the hospital yesterday.
What kind of emergency?
The hospital was really packed yesterday. After that announcement,
Announcement?
the one saying that a replacement government-issued Fury sedative will be available soon. Releasing that news on the day of the full moon was just stupid. So many restless werewolves came, asking about the sedative, which isn't ready yet.
But the announcement said it wasn't ready. Just that it was coming soon.
You think people read the whole article? They only saw the headline or glanced at it at the news stall. Then they went straight to the hospital. I don't blame them, though. Finding out that the only publicly available sedative is dangerous, it's difficult for some people. I ended up having to explain it to dozens of werewolves. I even had to put some rogue werewolves in the isolation room.
It was that bad, huh?
Yeah, to the point that we ran out of rooms to put them in. That's why, at the end, normally, I'd have asked a friend to lock me in one of our isolation rooms, of course. But I couldn't, so I rushed right back to my apartment. But it was too late. Thankfully, I was in this area, and I managed to force myself to come to your place.
Gala, excuse me for asking this,
Yes?
but you didn't hurt anyone on the way here, right?
As far as I remember, no. And I didn't see any blood on my clothes.
That's good to hear.
This might sound overly confident, considering what happened yesterday. But I have enough control to make sure I don't hurt anyone. As long as I have something to direct my fury towards. Usually, I end, or worst case, hurting myself.
Despite all of that, I'm still glad that no one got hurt.
Always looking for the positive side, aren't you?
Just doing my job.
Thanks, both of you. I really mean it. But please, if there's anything I can do to pay it, if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask me right away.
Will do.
In the meantime, can I order a drink?
Sure, what are you having?
The same as yesterday.
Here's your special brew.
Thank you. The drink that saved me. Once again, thank you for helping me find this drink.
By the way, Gala, now that you can be 100% sure that that drink is your natural sedative, why don't you put some in a bottle and carry it with you everywhere?
That's the plan. It has to be warm, though. I can use a vacuum flask, I suppose. I'll give it a try next full moon. Don't worry, Freya. I'm going to stay at my place for the next full moon. I'm not taking any risks. Before I can make sure how effective that remedy is,
Phew. What the? Rachel! What's going on?
What else?
Your father?
Of course. What the hell was he thinking? Coming backstage at Coachella? Just to get into an argument with my manager!
Huh?
Before we continue, Andrew, a cafe latte, please.
Your cafe latte is ready.
Thanks.
How did he manage to get backstage?
He told security he was my father. And he messaged me about coming beforehand. Said he was just going to wish me luck. So I told them to let him in, of course. He's still my father. Things were nice at first. Then my manager came. And... I don't know why he hates him so much! It's showbiz! I'm mature enough to know what's good or bad for me.
What happened after that?
Mr. Lester told the security guards to kick him out. He's still allowed in the festival area. I saw him in the crowds.
Did the concert go well, at least?
Oh yeah! Other than the arguments backstage, everything was great. I was the first one to play on the main stage. Usually no one pays much attention to whoever's on first. But there were thousands of people in the audience during my session.
Nice. So, you don't need to be at the event anymore after this?
Not really. I did my stage time. And then there was this press conference after my show.
After show press conference?
Yeah, the pre-show was done yesterday. Today was a small one. There were almost a dozen journalists who wanted to interview me. So we decided to just do a mini conference.
Good for you. You're totally back in the game, huh?
I guess I am. Thanks to Mr. Lester.
I would say it's because of you. But your manager's probably worked some of his influence, too. So, why are you here?
Because of Dad, of course. I told him to come here this evening. We really need to set things straight. He needs to stop messing with my manager so much. And because this evening is the only time we can meet, I can't go to the party Mr. Lester is hosting.
What party?
He's hosting a party for the VIPs and artists he manages. At a club in Belltown.
Is it okay for you to go to the party without a guardian?
I'm 18, remember? I'm an adult.
Yeah, but you can only enter some clubs if you're 21.
Not this time. Because Mr. Lester's my manager and it's his party.
I'm not sure about that.
It's true.
No, I know you can do that by using his name. But I don't think he should do that with you.
Why? I'm an adult.
No, you're not, Rachel. Have you ever been to one of Lester's parties?
Well, no. You have?
Not personally. I have heard stories.
What stories?
He knows how to party.
That's good then.
that's not necessarily a good thing. Knowing how to party might mean something else entirely.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll find out. Especially if you keep Lester on as your manager. Personally, I don't mind wild parties, but inviting an underage person to his party, that might be a bit too far.
Welcome. Huh.
Huh?
What the hell?
Oh no! Dad!
What?
Rachel, is that Mr. Henry?
Yes? Dad! What happened? Andrew, can you get a cup of milk for him, please?
Just milk.
Just milk.
Here.
Thank you. Dad, please hold on. Can somebody help me call an ambulance, please?
They're on the way. I've contacted the hospital.
Thank you.
I've also contacted our Nekomimi expert personally. She's off shift right now, but she's also on the way.
Thank you so much. I don't know what might have happened without your help.
Don't mention it. Here they come. I'll go with you.
Okay.
Oh boy. That was really something, huh?
Yeah.
2 days in a row. An emergency at your place. Well, at least some people think of your place as their go-to when they need help.
You're right. It's not every day you look at things from the bright side.
Well, I'm one of your coffee shop disciples, right? So I kinda understand them. I hope Hendry's alright.
Me too. At least he's in good hands now. What's your plan for the rest of the night?
Well, that was all pretty hectic. But I need to continue writing.
Take your time and place then.
Will do.
Welcome.
Hey, Pop.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone safe and sound tonight?
So far, so good, officer.
Oh, with the cop who's supposed to be watching this area hanging out in a coffee shop? I'm not so sure about that.
Hey. I'm working right now. I just love multitasking, you know? That requires skill.
Taking a break and working at the same time, you mean?
You know it.
That's an oxymoron.
That's why I said it requires skill. Anyway, Andrew, I really need an espresso to keep me awake tonight.
An energetic espresso to keep our officer upright on patrol.
You and your sense of humor. Your espressos are always out of this world. Definitely better than mine or my wife's.
It's not a competition, officer.
It is for her. She thought if she could make a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not happening anytime soon.
So, anything special today?
Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe, though. What are you grinning about? I mean it. You were here the last 2 days, right?
Yes, I was. And some crazy things happened here. And 2 days in a row. As if the gods were trying to give me first-hand experience to use in my story.
Still fretting over your story, eh?
Well, the deadline for my draft is getting nearer.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Quantity-wise, it's shaping up pretty well. Quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident.
Best of luck, then.
Do you have any updates? About the last 2 days of chaos?
For the werewolf case, I spoke to Gala about it.
What? Are you going to arrest him?
Some officers at the precinct were talking about it. But in the end, we agreed not to do it because he really helped a lot that night. We asked the folks in the hospital and some other people in the area. Without him, we'd have had a lot more problems. He helped a lot, getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who'd rather detain him can't do anything anyway.
Phew. I'd be pretty mad at you if they did arrest him.
Hey, being mad at me wouldn't solve anything.
I know. What about Rachel's dad? Any idea what happened?
I'm not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here.
What?
Yeah, it seems like it happened out near Coachella.
That's a long way away! I mean, it's not actually that far. But he wouldn't have been able to walk it. Not in that state.
So far, that's all I know.
Rachel!
Rachel, is Mr. Henry all right?
Before that, can I have a cup of hot chocolate? Dark?
Your hot chocolate's ready.
Thank you. Dad's going to be fine. He woke up this afternoon. Thanks to Mr. Gala. He got help fast enough to stop things getting worse.
He's doing okay then?
It'll take a few days before he fully recovers. But no permanent injuries we need to worry about.
That's good to hear.
I know. It's all because of me. Because I didn't listen to him. And all he wanted to do was protect me.
Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please don't take offense. But is it okay for you to leave your father alone
His
in the...
friends are there at the moment. And I can't face being stuck in a room with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really needed to get away for a bit. So I told Dad I'm gonna visit CoffeeTalk to get some fresh air.
He's okay with that?
He understands. He always does, I guess.
Miss Rachel, what really happened last night?
Dad got into a fight with some thugs. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverted ways.
Oh.
He didn't like that, of course. So he morphed into his cat form and started a fight with the thugs.
Why did he morph?
So people wouldn't see what his human form looked like and link him directly to me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify. And they managed to find the thugs.
Are they fans of yours?
No, it's even worse. They work for Mr. Lester.
What?
Oh boy.
The reason why it didn't take long for the cops to find them was because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night.
Whoa. How did it all connect up?
They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. They were chilling after the show, having a pre-party before the big one. And you know about guys and locker room talk, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they were doing. And I was the topic of discussion.
Ugh.
So, there's that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And you were right about his party. I'm glad I wasn't there. Once again, I owe Dad for...
Hey, it's okay. The most important thing right now is that you're safe. And your dad made it through.
I should have listened to him. He might be out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And he's my father. I wish Mom was here. She'd know what to do. She'd know what to say to Dad when he's recovered.
You know what? I'm sure you'll know what to do. You're an adult, remember?
But I don't know. All I know is I have to be there for him when...
That's it. That's all you have to do.
It might be weird to hear it about something coming from Freya, but she is right.
Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, you can come here and relax for a while.
eyes. Thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I'll go back to the hospital now.
Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery.
Thank you, Andrew.
Man, what a weekend.
Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I've got to continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. But overall, things are still safe around here. But even with that, never let your guard down, okay?
No problem, officer.
Thank you for checking up on us, Officer Georgie.
Okay then, see you.
Are you going to leave as well, Freya?
I don't think so. I've had enough rest. And I have stories to write.
You're not tired?
Definitely not. In fact, I think I can get it done today.
Oh, I won't bother you then.
Oh, you're never a bother. Besides, this whole book project would never have existed without this place. And you. So, thank you.
The pleasure was mine. Now, I'm sure you shouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. You've got a book to finish.
No problem, boss. Hello!
You're finally here.
Heyo!
Hi, Freya.
Huh. Someone's feeling happy today.
Of course!
Did they?
They approved it!
We're so happy for you.
Congrats!
Oh my. Do you know how happy I am?
Judging from your expression, I'd say somewhere between ecstatically and rapturously.
You're goddamn right! Oh my god! Oh my god!
How did they react to the draft?
Surprisingly, they liked it.
That's amazing.
I know, right? I couldn't believe it either. They told me if the book sells well, they'll definitely sign me for a second book.
I'm so happy for you.
Anyway, whatever happens with the book now, I can take things a little slower. Because they gave me a year to finish it. With a feedback session every month.
Sounds professional enough.
Of course. They are the biggest publisher around. Enough about me. How's the coffee shop been doing?
It's been great. We've had a lot of new customers lately. And some old-timers, of course.
I heard Hyde's back from his trip to Korea.
Yeah. He brought us some gifts back.
You didn't get any for me?
I'm not sure. But he did say he always gives gifts directly.
Gift giving the old-fashioned way, huh? How about you?
Things are great.
The last time I saw you was before your mini break.
Yeah, we decided to go to Coachella.
Oh, wow.
That event was a mess.
Yeah, 3 hours at that festival was enough for us.
So, where did you go after that?
We ended up in Port Townsend.
How was it?
I enjoyed it. Never knew a historical trip could be fun.
Oh, yeah. I saw your new profile picture, Aqua. You both look so cute.
Oh man.
Thanks.
Was that taken during your vacation?
No. It was at Max. They had a Japanese-style photo booth there. So, I forced her to take a picture together.
You were at Max too, Myrtle?
Yeah. I helped her out a bit with the booth.
Thank you.
You don't have to keep thanking me.
By the way, have any of you heard from Neil?
No.
Not me.
They did send 2 postcards to the coffee shop.
Really?
Yeah, one's from Coachella.
That's not even that far away. Why send a postcard?
Hard to tell with them.
What about the second one?
It's from New York.
What? What are they doing in New York?
Beats me. Working on their mission, maybe.
Yeah, probably. They'd stand more of a chance there.
Anyway, guys. We're leaving for the night.
Oh, come on. So soon?
We were here for hours before you arrived. And we need to work tomorrow.
Fair enough. Take care on your way, then.
Good luck with the novel.
Thanks.
See you, Andrew.
See you around.
They look happy. They do.
It's not easy to find someone you can be comfortable with in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. Anyway. Sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you, Baileys.
No worries. I don't feel ignored at all.
Are you by yourself tonight?
No, I'm waiting for Lua. She has some work to do.
This late at night?
Yeah. She's been doing overtime for the past few days.
How are the two of you doing?
Things have been great. In fact, after 10 years together, we're finally moving in together next month.
Wow, congrats! But I thought Lua lived with her flatmate.
We're moving to a new place. She got promoted recently, and her company is providing her with an apartment.
Wow, she must be a really big deal in her office.
Well, she definitely earns more than me.
That's not saying much, Baileys.
You shouldn't say that to a fellow freelancer. Oh, here she comes.
Baileys! I'm so sorry. I didn't expect it to take so long. I thought it would be done by...
Honey, it's all right. Freya and Andrew have been keeping me company anyway.
Oh, hey, Freya. And Andrew. Sorry for barging in without saying hi. How's it going?
I would say things are great. But not as great as you two lovebirds.
You told her already?
Only about the moving in part.
as you've heard, we're going to move in together next month.
Where is it?
Not far. I mean, the company provided the place. So they want to cut my commuting cost as much as possible.
That's thoughtful of them.
It means they don't need to reimburse my taxi fees when I'm working overtime.
Oh, yeah. That too.
It also means we get to visit this place more often.
That's a good point. We owe this coffee shop a lot, anyway.
Don't mention it.
I have a question for both of you.
Go on.
The last time we met, I believe you were going to introduce Bailey's to your parents. How did it go?
Man, her father didn't kill me at least.
Well, at least Papa let you eat lunch with us. That's rare, you know.
I know. And at least they didn't say no. Which means a lot, I guess. It was a good start.
It was definitely a good start. Anyway, Bailey's, we need to go now, or we'll miss the intro again.
You folks going somewhere?
Yeah, we're going to watch the midnight screening of Full Metal Conflict.
I didn't take you for someone who likes FMC, Lua.
I don't, but this guy loves it.
Hey, you always enjoyed watching me play in the game?
I enjoyed watching you, not the game.
Too bad I didn't introduce you to Myrtle just now, Bailey's. She worked on the game.
Really? Oh well. I'll be visiting this place more often. I'll probably meet her again, one of these days.
You probably will. Now go, you lovebirds. You don't want to miss the movie.
Alright. Catch up with you later, Freya.
Bye, Andrew.
Enjoy the movie.
There they go. I'm so happy for them.
They still got a long way to go. And probably a lot of obstacles in their path.
But they're moving forward.
Yes. How will you write their story?
As it is. It's beautiful enough. And it has enough drama.
Ha! That's one way to put it.
Anyway,
What's that look for?
you haven't told me about any of our other friends here. How are they doing?
You only skipped coming for 10 days. What do you expect?
Come on, they played an important part in my writing process, remember?
Well... there are some updates about the regulars.
Tell me!
Where should we start? Welcome.
Hello, Andrew.
Good evening, sir. Have we met before? I'm sure this is your first time here.
Of course I've been here.
In fact, I've worked here before.
What? Wait. No way. Is that really you?
It's been a while.
You've changed. A bit too much.
I've learned a lot about how to live with your people since then.
I assume-
Multiple successes.
What's with the new look then?
Just trying to blend in. It seems like an Earthling immigration agency is after me.
Now that you mention it, someone did visit this place looking for you.
When was it?
Not so long after your second visit here.
Was he a bald guy in a suit?
Yes.
That FIRE agent.
You've seen him.
Yes. Thankfully, I've changed my appearance since then. By the way, you can drop the act in front of me.
So, you finally noticed.
To think that such power can be born from our kind. You're good with your act, though.
It took a few tries. But there are some timelines where where I forget to pretend that I don't have some knowledge of certain stuff.
Interesting. Now I'm curious to know about those mistakes.
Well, it happened a few times. First, when Freya told me about her meeting in the elevator. Then, it was the first time Rachel visited this place. And the last one involved you, on your second visit.
Huh?
Oh, and there was another one right after Freya got a draft approved.
Can you show it to me? Assuming you know how I communicate with my kind.
Never tried it, but let's see.